Hey everyone, Tim Schofield here, and I'm pretty excited for this video because LG has hooked it up with a first look at their brand new LG G6, and this is not the final retail version of the device. However, I can still show off some various features and give a first look at the device, so let's go ahead and get started. Now on the back you have G6 down at the bottom, moving along you have your fingerprint scanner along with dual cameras. I'll test those out in just a second. On the left side here, you have your volume rockers up and down, and of course that fingerprint scanner actually acts as your power button as well, so when you press it, you can hear it clicks just a little bit, turns on that display as well. Down at the bottom, you have your single firing speaker along with the USB Type-C slot. Up at the top is where that 3.5mm headphone jack is. Finally, on the right side is a SIM card slot along with a micro SD card slot as well, so you can expand the storage in the LG G6. However, you'll notice this is not modular, so the battery is embedded. Flipping it over, here's a look at that front, and check out how minimal these bezels are. The screen to body ratio is pretty great on front end, looks really good. Also, you might notice, check out the curve on the display, and no, that's not any software feature. That was actually manufactured like that with the curves in the different corners. Now, I'm pretty curious to hear what your thoughts are on this curved in the corners, so leave a comment, let me know what you think. And this device is a 5.4-inch 1440p display, for those of you wondering, and here it is pretty much just right out of the box almost. I loaded it on up. I haven't really set up any accounts or anything, but I also want to go ahead and talk about some of the features on the device because that was just the hardware overall. So first of all, a very big one. It has Google Assistant, so you press and hold that home button and you'll see you have Google Assistant, which is only currently on the Google Pixel. However, it will be loading up on the LG G6 as well. I will do a separate video talking about the Google Assistant, going in depth on it on the LG G6 as well, so stay tuned for that. Let's go ahead and load up that camera app and check out the dual cameras on the back of the device. So you'll see I can go ahead and snap a very quick picture, turn, snap. Very little shutter speed. I expect this camera to be very good. More in-depth videos on the camera coming as well. However, you can see you can go and utilize those dual screens and capture a lot more into one shot. Interesting enough, you kind of have a camera roll going right here, which I do kind of like. There's really no wasted space at all when you have this camera roll right here. And of course, you can switch back and forth to a little more zoomed look on what you're shooting. Of course, you have different modes: auto, panorama, pop-out, snap, slow-mo, time-lapse, and food as well. Jumping into the settings real quick, you can turn that camera roll on and off if you would like to. Of course, you have different video resolutions, UHD, FHD, 60 frames per second as well. A couple other features I will go more in depth, as I mentioned, in a future video. Now, the G6 is running Android 7.0 Nougat right out of the box. You'll see settings. You have a bunch of different tabs. You can change that, actually, if you press this and tap List View. You can scroll down, About Phone, Software Info, Android version 7.0. So it does have Nougat right out of the box, as expected, considering the LG V20 had that as well. Now, I also want to make note that the home screen does not have an app drawer right out of the box, but you can change that on the fly. It's actually pretty simple. Just go to home screen, select home, and app drawer. You select that, there you go, boom, you got your app drawer back. So don't worry, they did not actually eliminate it. I do want to run through a couple of the settings. First of all, going into display, you have app scaling, so you can adjust the screen size of your downloaded apps if you'd like to. Display size as well, so you can change the size of your display on the fly. Very simple, very nice to utilize a little bit more of your display if you'd like to. Comfort view, so at night, get rid of some of that blue light as well. And of course, always on display, which you can do some customization to. You can change the content, digital, analog, or signature. And of course, you can time it out. You can have a brighter display. Prolonged usage can drain the battery, of course. And that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and try out the always on display. So lock it up, and you'll see it's right there. Double tapping on it wakes up that screen. I don't know if you have to specifically double tap, maybe just tapping. No, so you do. If you do double tap, it is double tap to wake, which is really nice, that I think all phones should really have. Of course, swiping down, you have some quick settings. You can swipe down again, and you can customize the order of these, of course. You can change your home touch buttons, so you can add specific things such as notification down. You just can kind of click and drag and add them to your liking. You can rearrange the home, back, and recent apps button as well. You'll also notice that home button down at the bottom, when you press it, it has that Google Assistant-like animation going on, which is a little neat. Pressing that recent apps button, you'll see here's a list of them, and if an app can be opened in multi-window, you can just tap this icon, it opens on up, and you go split screen, as you can see. Let's open up the Play Store, for example. If I tap on that, you'll see I'm not signed in, so it's really not going to load up. You can resize the specific apps. If you tap on the middle, you can close out of the one that you're currently using. And that's pretty much it. So pressing and holding The recent apps will also get you into that multi-window. You can press and hold to get out of it as well. Anyways, that's it for now on the LG G6. That's just a first look, talking about some things. Lots more in-depth videos coming very soon. So be sure to click that subscribe button so you're notified. A couple more things. It does have waterproofing. I will go ahead and dip this in some water, test that out, and wireless charging as well. So I'm going to go ahead and make videos on that, show that off, so stay tuned. That's pretty much it. So excited to bring more coverage on the LG G6. Thanks, LG, for hooking that up. And as always, guys, thank you very much for watching.